been, never will. But we have plenty of people that walk by this room, sit down, play a game, and go, I wish I could design something. Or I've got ideas, but I could never make it a game. And my response is, bet. Because if I tell any one of you, hey Heather, make a game, you're like, this. There's so many choices, what am I gonna do? So let's put some guardrails around it. Give you some training wheels. That's what it's all about. Hey George.
Yes.
What if I had you make a game about space that had to involve the color blue, but you couldn't roll dice? Hey look, now I've got some guardrails, I've got some direction. That's what it's there for. We actively encourage you to misinterpret those guidelines. They are not a prison cell, they are fun. I will always mention the time that we did one of these, and the role for the theme was space. Most designers made games about space. You know, side-scrolling shooters, you know, 4X style games. Corinne Yeager, she jumped right into a game about interior design, furniture in a house.
Yeah,
and that's what we want. One time, the rules said you couldn't have cards. Somebody asked, can I have really thin tiles? We said, absolutely. They said, can you have a hand of tiles? We said, that's how you play Hanabi. But you have to call it a hand of really thin tiles. So again, we are here to have fun. Something may come out of this. I have seen game nuggets that came out of this that have been pitched. I've seen games worked on after this. I've seen things dropped after this. It's to give you a start and a kickoff point. So, like I mentioned, we have 6 potential themes we're gonna roll for. We have 5 potential things that you must include in your game we're gonna roll for. Because in that column, number 6 is an exploding die. What's an exploding die, Marcus?
Well, you roll it again.
Yes, we do. And then we're gonna have a restriction. There's 5 potential restrictions. And again, to not restrict you too much, we roll a 6 on that die. There's no restriction, just to give you that freedom. Now, we are going to use the official, 100% perfectly balanced UnPub Game Jam D6 to figure these out, okay? This is very official. It is very specific. Please don't try this at home. These things cost billions of dollars because of the precision required to make it happen. Here is our UnPub perfectly balanced official Game Jam D6. All right. Now, if we roll a 1 on this, your theme must involve stars. If a 2 is rolled, theme must somehow involve cows. A 3, and it must involve hats. A 4, fish. A 5, garbage. And a 6, family. A lot of room there, a lot of opportunity there. Who would like to roll the D6 for theme? Anybody? Heather, can you pass that behind you?
Doesn't count.
No, it does not count.
You get it right? Okay.
Hey, Lamarcus, any themes you're hoping happen?
Family.
You're hoping for family?
Family.
All right, any you hope don't happen?
No.
All right, let's roll that die. You can bank it and do whatever you want.
Good roll, good roll, good roll.
All right.
Family.
Family.
All right, your theme must involve family. Now, we're gonna roll for what must be included in your game. If we roll a 1, your game must involve rolls. It is spelled R-O-L-E-S. However, I only said rolls. A 2, you must have something hidden. For a 3, you must have decay. For a 4, you must have player elimination. For a 5, you must have travel. Hey, Cat, are there any of these that you're hoping for?
Decay.
All right.
That's what I was
Anybody got
thinking.
one
Go on,
that
go on.
doesn't happen? I mean, decay can be a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
It can be that things get devalued over time. It doesn't mean that it's rotting necessarily. Anybody who would like to roll for our must?
So if it's the family cheese or fruit cake from
All right.
Christmas.
Hey.
That's a 1. The game must involve or must have rolls in it. All right. It's ROLES is what's on my sheet. But like I've mentioned,
You wanna roll a
we
family.
actively encourage you to misinterpret these guidelines.
Okay, so we got a family of bread.
Okay.
We have.
Now,
Do you know Lambert's?
it's too easy if the Game
Lambert's.
Jam just lets you
It's
do
in, like,
anything
Missouri.
in your design.
Do you guys know Lambert's?
So let's find out what you can't have.
Restaurant in the middle
If
of
that
nowhere,
died,
Missouri,
you know,
where they
again,
fry rolls.
the official
It's the restaurant
UnPub
with the
Game
rolls.
Jam perfectly balanced precision dot D6 rolls a 1. You cannot have clockwise or counterclockwise in your game. If it rolls a 2, you cannot have turns. If it rolls a 3, you cannot have addition. If it rolls a 4, you cannot speak. If it rolls a 5, you cannot shuffle. If it rolls a 6, there's no restriction. So, anybody have one they're hoping for?
4.
You're hoping for 4? You want no speaking?
Yes.
You're like introvert's dreams. Anybody have one they don't want to have?
4.
6.
You want to have a restriction? All right. Who's going to come up here? This die's just sit and wait for somebody.
I got it.
It is very much a precision instrument. So be careful with it. Treat it with the respect it deserves.
Oh, 6.
No restriction.
You know what? Wait. Judge's ruling. You know that I
Ceiling doesn't count. It's like volleyball.
It's like in Jerry World. You hit that
All right,
two
I will
over.
not kick it.
You gotta go again.
It's a tough break here. Ready? Oh
All right. No, I'm sorry. We gotta give you a yellow card.
I'm bowling it. I'm gonna bowl it.
You gotta go to the sin bin. It's somebody else's role.
no! Okay. We're gonna bowl.
Floating if we got
You know, we can't trust some people.
3.
I think Heather was the last one to touch that. So you gotta roll it now.
We just rolled 666.
Yeah. I think there's there's a third option.
It's on. Oh, I see a 3. It's 3. Your game cannot have addition.
Okay. So you can't add points.
If you cannot have addition, that is the guideline.
So obviously a
You can have subtraction.
That is the
Scoring
guideline.
system.
You don't want to lose it.
Also, so you're all thinking, you're all like, hey, we're gonna work on this. You see all these bits over here, all these markers, all these Sharpies, all these scissors? That's what they're here for. Come get your bits. That's what they're there for. So.
Alright. So, are we actually going to try and do a bread-based family game? Well, let's get like a bunch of ideas. Okay, let's do it.
I'll start writing. If we want to do it collaboratively, I'll brainstorm. I'll write down things.
Are you hoping for
So the family.
So I'm just gonna grab like a couple clear tokens.
I don't know why. I don't know how or how. But they are subtracted from the table.
Grab some dice.
So kind of in about an hour. So that's not a good environment to participate. That's just the idea is you did the thing. If you did the thing, you won. But some people work on it. They want to come back and show it off. That's what Sunday's for.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it.
Last Sunday, last year, no one.
No one showed up last year. But we leave the opportunity there because it does happen.
Okay.
I'm Well, I'm gonna give it to
It is now Game Jam trivia time, as opposed to community trivia.
Peanut butter jelly time.
When we roll bananas.
Do you want me to take something from this?
I'm just taking a little bit of
Too
each,
bad we
so I
didn't get
know.
3 sequence in a row for what you have to include.
Exploding die.
Of course.
I'm excited about this letter die.
Okay, wait a minute. Are these popple thingies? No, they're.
Oh, they
caps.
stack them. Oh, they're colored pencils.
Oh, actually, no, I like this idea. Hold on. Okay, so we've got red, green, blue.
There's no cards.
Yellow.
See a lot of palms.
Legitimately don't know what they're doing.
I know you don't. But there are other people that have been through this before.
Yes, it came back to me.
It was funny at Orchard when I went, hey, everyone. And so then I and I was like, yeah, just
Here you
go
go.
ahead. But it's still.
I was wondering about her.
Hey, Darcy, taking up our table, please. Darcy.
You guys wanted to work collaboratively.
May I sit right here?
I like the idea of like ideation, just like whiteboard stuff, and then if there are a few ideas that we would be happy to split off on, we can do that. I think at some point, 5 people on one game is not going to make
Yeah.
progress.
So
This can be the beginning.
I'll tell you the ones that were mentioned. You mentioned the mob, the mafia being family, and roles is in like the hierarchy. Also, you know, you could get rolled for your Rolex by the mafia, so that could be enough rolled and killing, I guess. Or that's another way you could. And then I said Lambert's Family Restaurant, the home of the throne rolls, which is a family place.
The idea that I thought of was about essentially the game is the family of bread rolls fighting to be the head of the family.
Yeah.
Bread rolls.
Which to maximize the number of times the keyword appears in our rule book. That's the,
Yes.
And I wanted to just do subtraction because
Right, and you're like, you can't do addition. Yeah.
only have like each player starts out with certain sets of resources, and your enemies are trying to take away your resources. Not even just add it to themselves, just take them away from everyone else. So you have a max, and it doesn't go up above that.
family roles, but I'll put in quotation marks.
Any other brainstorming?
No. And that's it. That's three.
Do you have any others?
That's it.
What comes to mind when you think of family? Animals.
Yeah, one of the most liberal.
Yeah, I was thinking the family rolls too.
What now?
I was thinking the family bread rolls too.
Bread rolls, family rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. Just going off of family. I don't know how that would translate into anything. I'm just trying to misinterpret.
What were you saying?
So you know the order, genus, species,
Yes.
family is one of
Family,
the.
yes.
So if you
Like
wanted to do
animal
some
species.
sort of like
animal
evolution
species.
type game,
Yeah.
I see, which is not addition, it is
Yeah,
mutation.
it's evolving.
Yeah. And you mentioned
Yeah.
bread, and true in
Oh,
terms of
breeding.
yeah.
Oh, they were.
Wait,
If you breed.
but it was roll. Roll. The keyword is rolls, not
Oh,
bread.
that's right. We're taking it from rolls.
Okay. That's really misinterpreting
Yeah.
you.
I've incepted it into your mind.
But I was thinking for non-addition is you're just building something and then whichever one is the largest. So
This is
technically not adding.
special events. This is Game Jam.
Like I put one on here and put another one on here. I'm not adding. I'm just putting one on.
Building.
Tallying.
Yeah. Building higher.
Because adding one is technically tallying.
Okay. Anything else?
And then,
Other ways you can interpret rolls. I mean, obviously, rolling.
yeah. Someone got dice.
Right.
And like,
We can also
Yeah, I doubt that you would use that interpretation because that's too mundane.
The game would be the family of Sisyphus. Everyone rolling a giant ball, stone ball up a
Yes,
hill.
up a hill,
Never
and coming
getting
down
there.
and hitting it over and over again.
yes, the internal game.
And then you never win. I
Well,
mean,
the thing about it is,
there's no
to make it like whoever actually rolls it up, if there's no addition involved, it's just,
But it's always been correct.
No, that's the mechanics.
I mean,
Unless you were to get press the hill and it goes down.
if you want to stick with the actual story, but you don't have to stick with the actual story.
I'm just gonna yes and a bunch of random uses of the word family. There's found family. There is family of elements, like chemical elements. There is family.
It can also be a mundane family, just not be human, like family of cats or family of whatever.
I think the unique structure of a family often have a head, and there is a direct blood relationship, but not necessarily between them and family. I mean, the mob or mafia angle is fun too, because that's, you just see that thrown around a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, whatever, if we were to make a game quickly, a complete game,
Yeah.
making more of a party type game would be the easier route to go,
that makes sense.
right?
It's pretty hard to do a party type mafia game that isn't just
Mafia. But the the
With
rolls
rolls.
could be fun because
The secret Hitler mafia.
Right? Yeah.
If it's effective as you interpret, that's again, that's
It is
the
interesting,
thing.
family with rolls.
Somebody's like,
Is there any twist on what rolls, how are rolls normally assigned? It's usually random at the start.
well, you mean ROL, yes?
Yeah. I'm going into the rolls to see if there's something unique
Roles in a
there.
family, you have like a father, mother,
Yep.
son, daughter.
Yeah. Or they have responsibilities like chores. Your role.
Breadwinner.
Yeah.
Well, not trying to make a roll joke there.
Well, hold on. Maybe that's another opportunity to bring rolls back.
But
Yeah.
the Nickelodeon.
What about like family? Yeah, I was thinking Family Feud in that.
Well, no, there was
It's
a
family
Nickelodeon
versus
game when we were kids, where two families would face each other in the stunts and stuff.
Oh, the Nickelodeon one where they're like following a ball pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's real fun, and then they
I've seen it, but I don't.
Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Oh.
That's
Well,
it.
it's specifically Family Double Dare, because they had
Yeah.
Double Dare was just kids,
Yeah.
but Family Double Dare had the parents too.
Interesting. Okay.
Going off the idea of families in neighborhoods and stuff, you give each family like a different role, like the neighborhood watch, the everything, and it's like you have them fighting to see who decorates their house best for the rest of the game.
I feel like a keeping up with the Joneses.
Oh, one is the HOA
Yeah.
leader.
And each one has based on their role, they have different guidelines and rules and things that can happen to them.
Maybe something neighborhood people are moving into the neighborhood. Families have different quirks or constraints about them, and it's resource management sort of kind of game. I was getting back to roles for a second because what are inversions or subversives of this? The way ROLES roles work. Usually, thinking of secret role or social deduction games that you randomly deal out what those roles are from the beginning. You have a motivation healer.
RPG roles.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, like
yeah.
classes,
Like
yeah.
the
Kind of
classes,
roll with
yeah.
healer.
Cooperative games where you have to be working together in your role in order to succeed in whatever you're
What
trying to do.
if you're not happy with your role? I mean, there's also like breaking out of a role. Like,
Midlife crisis.
there you go, the
I
game.
liked the idea. So in
I'm winning.
I like the idea. So in Coup you have roles, and you can pretend all lawyers. I like that. I think it'd be interesting if there was a common pool of roles that anyone could simultaneously declare that they are, and then so you all simultaneously maybe limited information. You hide that information. Then whatever the round begins, you can get to perform what those actions are. In One Night Werewolf, you have roles that like shuffle things around, and then ultimately there's a win and lose condition. Werewolves, but it could be something in a family, maybe not literally. You choose your roles. Everyone. I know this seems like a stretch, but there's that what's it called? Cat in the Box thing, the quantum card plays, where you declare after playing what color it is, and that can create paradoxes. It's really interesting if a bunch of people can take roles, and only if they're in conflict with someone you need to resolve it based on what the conflict in that role would be. And that feels party-like with its simultaneous declaration of roles. So there's just a bunch of random stuff I don't even
My phone is still. Yellow.
How would that make an entire game based on Fast and the Furious?
I've never
declared.
Well, they
probably
say
one of the
they say
Yellow.
family a lot and they drive.
Oh, I've never watched them.
No, they say family, FAMBLY.
Oh, right.
Hello.
I was thinking another subversion of the way traditional roles work is you only assign them at the beginning, and then things carry out based on people's usually their secret objectives. What if we design a game where the roles are shown at the end? Somehow you choose them at the end, and it's based on the things that have already happened, your knowledge of the series of events that have occurred. Trying to see how that might work.
We have locations.
You got the fonts.
Here's again, I'm just spitballing.
Yeah, I mean, you always got to check the garage.
For people who played Cult
She might open the garage, anything.
You program all your actions in advance. So you have a class character, you go move, attack, pick up, run.
Hey everybody! Thanks for coming to the Game Jam. Hope you're having fun so far. You know, we call it a Game Jam because it's a fun event. It's meant to be a party. And, you know, in my mind, you know, what's the next step up from a party? It might be a rave. In order to have a rave, you gotta have glow sticks. So, just want to let you know, your game has to use glow sticks.
As a component in the theme.
Also,
However I
you
want.
up some braille dice. You gotta find a way to put one of those in your game too.
Braille. Okay.
Okay.
They are dice with braille pieces.
There are some more over
And
there.
there are more.
Braille, dice, and glow sticks.
All right, someone be cooking on that. I'm gonna finish my thought because I think there could be something here. So it seems like no one has played Culture Express, but basically what you do is you play all your commands in advance, but you move them together in sequence so where you resolve them all. You declare your order of actions without knowing what everyone else has done. So when you get to your actual turn, you then have to adapt based on what you see everyone else.
No, just you wanna.
I think it would be interesting if you play basic cards with actions down. But
Just you and her.
actions haven't been decided yet. So it would be
Anybody want some more?
action, move, action. Only at the end of the round do you choose which character you even had, which would define retroactively the actions that you have played. Yeah, this is really hard to articulate. I will just draw
I
something.
get what you're saying.
I'd be very happy if that were true.
Right.
I'm just gonna write it down. It's something to think about. All right. So, what do people think about?
Oh, wait.
What I would say at this point is, before we continue to talk about all these different things we could do, is we could do that all night. We need to choose whichever family we're gonna do and start working on that.
Interesting.
Because otherwise we'll just have too many options the whole time.
I'll say last time we sat here before my that was it.
No, I like that.
But then we could just talk about the piano.
Well, I gotta admit I can't vote because I have a game with my dad scheduled at 9. So I can't say.
Oh, you can still vote.
Ooh, this one was surprising.
I didn't want to make you guys do something lame and then be like, all right, see ya.
Alright, so just think of it.
I mean, just family provide the most interesting jumping point into choosing what the theme of the game
I feel like
Well,
it's
whichever.
adjacent.
We
It's
need
adjacent
to-
to the thing, but not.
I think we need to go from this to this so that we can go from that to that.
Y'all got anything good yet?
George has some ideas. I thought I would just come over and have a look at these and have a little thing.
Grab a few.
How you doing, my friend?
Pretty good yourself.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. Having a really chilled con. It's nice. This is my first one that I've been to twice. So this is full circle. This is my first full circle, which is pretty nice.
This is my first trifecta.
Cool. It's going well?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cannot
Every time I don't
complain.
see you for a bit, I forget how much taller you are.
It's all for no reason.
Like, how dare you, honestly.
Okay, so, did I?
What was I thinking?
No, I mean,
I mean, we're not doing it for real.
Right.
Disney won't come after.
The life.
well, Disney will come after you because they don't care.
The life of Darth
If you need me
Vader.
to, I'll get some drum and bass going.
There's something there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Like this
Let's
is
do a
No, but-
depressing deadbeat
No, but there's
Jack.
a good role for the mentor, the Padawan, the Sith
Oh,
Lord.
I was going a different
kind of
direction.
thing.
I was following the.
father's
Are they the father? in
Yeah,
the, in
yeah,
the
yeah.
Jerry Springer
Who's the
way?
Who's
Like,
Luke's father?
My thought was, what if it's like a family tree rolling, right?
no,
Where you
Jerry Springer
retroactively
game.
pick who your ancestors are, which is RPG like giving you stuff.
You're building your family tree.
It's like a reverse tableau builder.
I like that. I
just
like
put-
the
you
family
put-
tree concept.
you
and then
roll
like
for
the-
your parents, and then you roll for your grandparents.
Literally,
and
you
then
go
roll for your-
backwards
Using the
somehow.
Braille dice.
You said Jerry Springer game. That just made me fun and laugh.
I think that would be funny. Like, are they the father?
do
Yes
that.
or no? And that could be like a Cluedo system where it's like there's like deduction where you yeses and nos as to what it is. But I suddenly the whole filling in a family tree seems interesting. Can we inject?
Okay, that sounds interesting, and I think that's a good direction to go to. The only thing is I need to remember that roles have to be involved. So how do we involve roles with rolling to, or well, I guess rolling to fill your family tree? We could go that route.
I mean, and we were forced to use a die.
Right. So we've kind of solved one
You
problem
could also
by
say
accident.
roles as in this person is the role of the father on this part on the family tree.
I think that's honestly already enough to justify it.
Or we could put all three kinds of rolls in. The bread kind.
It's a family tree of different types of bread. It starts with the yeast, then it goes from there.
I like the family tree.
What does family do? To me, I'll just speak for myself. I'm like, okay, I can remember who my family is, and then feel, more heritage or inspiration about who I am as a result of that. So, like, can we do that?
This table sounded too serious for me. I'm sorry. I got to call some
We're
nonsense.
on a family tree.
I got a shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans. I'm just listening in.
Yeah.
No, that's what I do.
That's my current thought. Is like, can we produce the feeling of heritage brought from family if we're doing a reverse tree thing, or something else? What
would the gameplay be like?
What are other?
Yeah, well, like what's your win condition kind of thing? Like, what are you trying to achieve?
We can't add
I
a point.
think right, you can't have points.
No, you can have points. Or you can't have
add the points.
We
addition.
can subtract.
Add the points.
Oh, let's do some very simple win conditions. Largest family, just have the most people in your literal family somehow. Yeah, sure. It could be filling in the tableau perfectly. It's like a patchwork thing. You just got to make sure you get every single family tree spot. Or
polyomino?
So that's good.
Oh, like dominoes?
Like a polyomino?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
No, that's good because you can
Well, it
have.
could be dominoes because
Because they're literally-
braille is basically like,
Domino
it looks
dots.
like domino.
Oh, I was
It's not
thinking-
exactly, but
I was thinking dominoes could represent literally just the couples, right? You have a mom, dad, and then that somehow produces
So like, what's
information that
interesting
informs
is
kids.
like, say you have these traits,
Yeah.
these 4 traits. This could lead to that. So this could be an ancestor to that, but this couldn't be an ancestor to that.
Yeah.
why is that? Why couldn't-
Because this didn't get inherited.
Oh,
down
I see.
here.
There's not, from a pattern standpoint, yeah. So, but it's still the same.
Well, I'm just throwing something out there.
How dare you?
So you're saying,
so I don't know. We have to like document the 12 sides and figure out how to make a genetic tree based off of the dots. But
if we wanted, so I mean, obviously the more intuitive way is you do ancestors first, and you go down in line through descendants. But I think it'd be funny if we
To go the opposite
mess with
way.
time somehow. There's it reminds me of the grandfather paradox. If you kill your grandfather,
here's a braille die with less faces and clear dots.
What?
Oh,
Okay,
that's-
so you have to fill in your family tree in order to exist.
Blame me
If
for
you fail to
throwing
do
the wrong
so,
die at the
you were
beginning.
never born.
Yeah,
you
so
vanish.
you start with your person, and then you, for whatever roles, you fill in your ancestors one at a time, and
And you have to do it in a way that makes the genetic, or not genetics, but like makes the chain work,
Three
basically.
is just a
That was
two
my
in a
thought.
different
What were
spot.
you gonna say?
I don't know where I was
I'm
going.
so sorry.
Yeah, but no, I have
Yeah.
a thought that's like stuck right here.
Do it with your hands.
Just slowly work it out. Just
Four.
I kind of like. It just reminds me of Back to the Future. It's like, okay, Marty's got to make sure that X, Y happens, otherwise he and his siblings will vanish. That is like, so he needs to get two people to hook up, basically.
But this is guys. I'm out,
Me
by
too.
the way. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Awesome. Look forward to it.
And it could be that in order to put someone in the family tree, there are certain conditions that have to be met somehow. It can just be the domino matching up. It could be dice rolling that allows you to place in a certain spot. Thanks so much. Awesome. Thanks.
Something stuck to it.
Yeah, it might have been a pen cap or something at one point. Or
Oh man, get off. All right, now it's a fair game.
okay. So, would this game be competitive?
Is there a version of this that's qualified?
If
Each
you're all
person's already in the tree. You're trying to connect your tree to each other.
Alright, it's a competition where
Harry
Those are cards you guys made, right?
These are blanks.
These are some of my cards for my game, but I don't care about the rules.
Take a search. Take these, but take a search.
And usually, if we go primogenitor, it's usually like something, father's side or whatever. If we use an algorithmic set of rules like that, you could be first. You could be number one to get the inheritance based on something. It doesn't have to be male, female, but it could just be like.
it also fits with the whole idea of roles with this person is the inheritor of the fortune.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Also, before I forget, I somehow the phrase that comes to mind is like, "You're my second cousin, once removed, twice removed." If we did that literally, it could be like, "You're my cousin, and I like removed you. I kick you off the counter somehow." Where it's like you're tactically, people are jockeying to move up the family tree, but then you like break their line of inheritance by saying, "I have disproven that your mother is related to them." So you go back down, or something like that.
You'd have to connect to some other branch.
Yeah, you have to go some other way somehow.
Because we're all inbred anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
bread!
The roles are already there.
I have to say it.
Yeah.
Or are they all inbred?
Everyone, I don't want to name our game inbred. As funny as that is. No, but actually, it could be really. I don't know. I guess
Actually, that'd be a
thematically,
fun one.
it'd be funny if all
Like
the
a party
players
game.
in-universe players. No, that's
Actually,
fine.
no, that's a good idea.
And then they'll all be
Next
little,
to
like
the
little
kids right
rolls
there.
Stand out.
with that chin.
I mean, people would buy it just because they're eating like,
And it
Right.
has to be
whoa,
red.
what is that?
What is that?
Inbred. You've got the toast. You've got the
That's interesting.
I mean, where I was going with
The
that.
funny
Sorry.
thing is,
No, but it's fine.
that game would probably sell
I
a lot better
know.
than a serious version of it.
Yeah. You have a clear art direction for sure. But I mean, to finish my thought, I was thinking in universe it makes sense what you said, that it is everyone knows that they're all lying. it's all about forging the documents anyways. You're trying to present a family tree that makes you.
The way you could do it in a story sense. Each one of these people has like a direct line to the inheritance, but they have to through the family tree. They need to prove that they have like they're more of a direct line.
Quick aside, we've lost the glow sticks.
Yeah.
Oh crap. I mean, if you twist them, they look like DNA strands, right?
Okay, so how did that become a mechanic?
Or
Somehow drawing
component.
this, somehow drawing this made me think, what if it's literally the family tree? It is just like a Christmas tree or something. It has to do with something ornament, something.
You put the gene pool as the ornaments.
Which genes are you gonna get?
The DNA strands.
Yeah.
Each ornament is connected with DNA strands.
Oh man. What do you do with glow sticks?
Just got to make sure
I wanna
that
give
we
it a
don't
good
lose
faith.
sight of it, have a perfectly working game, and then present it, and he's like, "Where's the glow stick?"
Where's the glow sticks?
Annie, how would you use glow sticks in a game about proving that you're the direct descendant in a inbred line of a family tree?
Well, the first thing that came to mind is if you have a tree drawing, something where you are like making lines between things using the glow sticks, like maybe if that's the case, like sectioning off
Each
things.
glow stick represents a different rank between like connections. So like second cousins, direct descendants.
And you have until the glow stick fades to complete your tree, or you're eliminated.
This is what, like 24 hours. It is a long time. You put it in the fridge last time. Cool.
Meanwhile, I am working on my prototyping card stuff.
Cool.
So I'm doing something
Yep.
related.
I already have a concept that could use that.
You have to play in the dark.
But in all honesty, what if like the glow sticks represented different connections, and like through some actions in the game, like your opponents could switch the connections to sabotage like your win condition.
Suddenly I'm thinking more about like keep talking or nobody explodes, where it's about crossing wires or something.
The only thing is like, yeah, we can totally misinterpret it to make it easy, but trying to actually use glow sticks sounds more fun.
Like having a real component.
Yeah.
This a 1 hour game jam or 2 hours?
Whenever.
Yeah, my understanding is
We're like, okay, we've
When you're tired of it, go do
our
something
brains
else.
hurt. We'll go eat food now. I kind of.
She took my blue one. I just thought it was funny that I like looked down, my blue one was gone.
Do you want these? Am I stealing from you?
Great, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna use a few of them, but I mean, we can share.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
like cracking
you're
the
good,
glow
you're good.
sticks, and they're like right there. I was like, ooh.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm Jordan.
You still have to use
Martin.
this as well.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jordan.
I did make polyomino shapes out of the round.
Oh yeah?
Great.
But yeah, but I don't know how that works.
No, it can be, so there's 10 sides. Really? 10.
Oh, never mind. I did get 9. I only do 9.
You get 0? 10. There's 10.
I'm gonna make that work. I had an idea where it's like
You might have done 6 twice or something.
I've done 6 twice. Nope, I did that's not 6. This is 9. No, that's 6. So 9 is I got the mixed up. Here's 9. I did. This is 9 and this is 6.
Connections. Twisted connections.
Here's a weird idea. There's a family tree that's in front of you. It's almost static, or maybe it's got a bunch of names, random names and faces, guess who style, and they're filled in. And then you draw a card, and you're that person on the tree. You know your role on it.
Oh, cool.
But then whatever the scope of gameplay is mostly about keeping your role secret while using your position in the tree in a way to achieve some sort of objective. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's like if you're...
Prove yourself to be the head of the family.
Or maybe eliminate the people that are above each other. But you don't
The trouble is, if somebody draws this and somebody draws that, how is that a fair game?
No, I'm just saying. I don't know what the win condition is. I'm just.
Right.
I'm imagining the feeling of I know who I am in this chemistry, but I don't know anyone else. And maybe that could be cooperative. We have to find our connection to one another using limited communication, only yes/no questions, or only yes/no style questions. Or it's competitive. You're trying to whatever find the other people first, and then say, "Are you this person?" Based on the relationship.
What if we had to like get that and we had to all be connected directly?
Going with found family, discovered connections. Just
And like, so maybe, and then when
I want to hear
don't
it.
laugh at me.
I want to hear it.
Like, so we're all trying to link up where we're all holding on to our little things and we're all connected with someone else.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I'm just thinking in a physical way. Like,
Yeah, we've been
these
talking
are.
about
Are you
so
using
far
the
about
Braille before?
heritage.
No.
We're not.
D4.
We're using the D10.
Ah, true. Yeah, sure is a D6.
You need 12.
Nope.
Oh, we have a D10.
We can get a D6 if we want an easier one, I guess.
Pointless things.
Yes, I mean, so far we've been
Don't
saying.
glow sticks
look,
usually have those things that make them bracelets.
Yeah, and they
those little
connect.
connector bits.
Wait a second. Sorry, just earlier there's the phrase like family of chemicals, and those six are just a specific chemical formula that you produce that makes them glow. Maybe it's something like that. You are mixing chemicals that produce certain colors so that make them shine the longest.
Right, well, this is why I wanted to define family so that we choose an alley and stay in it.
Okay. Well, I saw Heather trying to get. Starting with a literal family tree, and putting glow sticks into it, I was like, if that feels forced, we could just go to the glow sticks and start there, and then I just found a way to make family part.
That's fine. I don't care what starting point we have for locking something down, but I think we need to lock something down and work from it instead of continuing to say, okay, all these family ideas, all these glow stick ideas, all these other ideas. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they have them.
Well, you got community sugar?
Everyone with gobstoppers?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, does anyone feel passionate about any of the words, the key words we talked about? Family, die, roles.
I think the family tree idea is the most interesting.
Yeah.
And we're taking it literally so far. Is that where we want to go with it? Literal family?
I like the family tree idea best. Yeah.
So what kind of mechanics would we use to do it?
What's that?
What kind of mechanics?
Well, we will use.
Well, we have to
something with rolls.
We have to use this.
And we'll use a die, which presumably
we can be inspired by it. We can do it from like these little symbols on the card.
Didn't you say you have to use the Braille die?
Yeah, but what does that mean? Use it as your inspiration, and then use all of these like symbols as symbols and numbers in their
Well, we can have multiple polyominoes, right?
Right.
And this one determines which one you get
Right.
to choose.
Oh, there you go.
And then
I like it. You get if it's because they're all like L shaped, or there's two of them, like a 2-piece, or there's a 1-piece, or there's a 4-piece that is like a square.
And so each
those
step on
only
the family tree can have a different shape, and as you
different
roll these, you
polyomino?
can fill in the person.
I have a slight variation on that. I like that. What if you are, it's like a space, you start on a spot. The narrative is something ghosts of family past, and you're trying to learn something. And you roll a die, you're allowed to move that many positions up or down the tree. So if you rolled a 6, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. And then you summon the ghost using a spectral wand, which is a glow stick. And that allows you to talk to them and do something. Maybe it's, again, like Pluto, you're uncovering a yes-no about the final win condition that the group needs, making it cooperative, or you're collecting the ghost into your supply, which can provide points based on the set collection, token types, what would be
The
competitive.
disagreement I have with that is you're taking the Braille away from the die.
Okay.
making the braille irrelevant.
So I guess I haven't seen the die. What does the braille do?
It's a literal braille number for it, but we're trying to interpret the braille.
I think that we so these are the
Next to each of the connections, and whenever you roll, say you roll 2, okay, I have to follow this one going forward, or I have to go this one going back, or this one going to the side. And it's a race to work your way up to the tree.
So each player's like moving every time.
Yeah, each time, like you start at the bottom, and then through following the different connections, you either work yourself up, or if you're unlucky, you fall back down. And so, like each different connection has, each different person has a different number of connections, which correlates to a number that you can roll on the die. And depending on what you roll.
So another thing to keep the glow stick and the braille more in theme with themselves. If you do play in the dark, you would have to use the braille to find out what you rolled, and you have the glow stick to do whatever glow stick is. So you're literally using the glow stick as a glow stick and using the braille as braille. Now that makes it
so you need to, if you notice that Phil is moving around,
I was thinking, like, what if some aspect of the game is true and that way you'd really, I mean, that makes the glow stick fly down, that makes the glow sticks do nothing. But it jumped from my
You tried to hit me.
Yeah, I did. Kick his butt. Hold on.
No,
We like this guy.
no. I am not kicking his butt. I will drink the blood for it.
Oh, no. That's far worse.
See?
Okay.
Nice. I appreciate it. It's a donation, though, right? It's,
he's got to be willing.
He's got to be willing.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm neutral.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so putting that weird idea aside, unless anybody actually wants to play in the dark.
Well, not literally. I think I like the idea that thematically it's dark in the haunted house, and you use a glow stick to do something, navigate in some
But
way.
you also have to feel, it's really hard to feel these guys. Like,
We can imagine that we have an actual component that makes sense, though.
this one's really tiny. I wonder if that's easier to feel. That's easier to feel.
Right, but we can imagine that we have one that's proper, even if this one isn't.
Well, this has 12. This is even more. Okay.
Right, I figured limiting the amount that we have is better than expending.
Are we challenging people's ability to read the braille on
the
the
wall
with the real-time timer? You have limited time.
That's why I like the polyomino idea better, to be
Right.
honest.
So there are 3 of the 2. There are 2. I'm sorry, that's not. That's times 4. There are 4 of the L's. There's 1 of the big square. There's 1 of the little square. And there are 2 of these like
crosses.
Yeah, little
diagonal flashes.
diagonal ones. And it could be based on the roll of the one on the die that you feel and you don't see.
Coaster.
I am that roller coaster. The clock.
Yeah, what can we do? What are things we can do with that are family?
Right.
I mean, well, it doesn't have to be family. It's that, like I was saying, in order to get to the next spot, you have to fill in whatever shape it is. So, like each space on the tree will have some shape, and in order to fill it in, you can roll like 3 of these. Roll 3 of these, and you get resources.
some sort of avatars for us.
They have to be in the location that person discovered. You found a connection.
Or big things up and carry it around.
But whether through documentation, what other methods we're finding our connection.
So some of these are some of these are actual hallways. Others
So we're trying to put all the back.
I kind of like that. I
And
think
then-
that's fun.
And then, and we can do it in Napoleon. But we're all just, our whole goal, no adding, we're just trying to fill in to get,
Trying to connect.
we're just trying to connect to get back to our shared life.
Okay.
Like you said, we could fill in the spaces.
We could do
and make
that,
our
or
way
we could
back.
also do something like
It doesn't
have to be
somebody
co-op.
also
It
have
could
another
I have not seen it.
we could also do something like, you know, it's just a grid,
I'm sorry. I was having trouble.
right? And like you said, I'm here, you're here, and our parent is here, and I roll that, so I can go like that, and then you go like that, and so touching, you can go like that, and now you're closer.
Yeah.
And then
Like we're racing back to our both of our
right.
parents.
Yeah.
Two, so now I
Shoot,
can
I'ma
either
go,
up this
so
way, or I can try and put it
I got
here.
Yeah.
modifiers
And then-
for like great grandparents, grandparents, or great grandson or whatever, in-law, step-in-law. Then you'll have like a role.
I mean, that's a game. It's a
like
spatial reasoning game, but it's a game. You can just
And
sort
then
of
we can throw
build a
like you're a mom or something, whatever. I still got to figure out all that. You're trying to kill, subtract family roles, and then there's like a $100,000 inheritance, and then you roll the die. I guess like, what are we wagering right now? Like there's 10K on the line. There's
just another thing.
7K on the line this turn. So okay, you'll have a few rolls in your hand,
I'm like, you gotta agree.
and then one of these people are going to get subtracted from the family or whatever. So you're trying to keep one of them that inherits the money at the end or something. So something like
I'm
that.
actually okay with that. I was just trying to see if we can go a little deeper.
And there's going to be incidents that happen. It may be more family members are more likely to be hit with these incidents than you roll on it. Like
Okay, so I mean,
grandma has a more likelihood of natural death, so she'll get out of there faster with natural death. Oh no, something like that. Yeah.
I guess one question is, are you intending for it to be a two-player game or a more-player game? Because this would become more complicated, more players.
I mean, we could have ourselves. It could be 4-player.
Right. And then the
Yeah.
ancestor is in the middle.
Yeah, and so we will connect here.
And then work our way. Yeah. So there's a sub-ancestor that these two have to get to. There's a sub-ancestor that these two have to get to. And then there's... Yes. So is it easy to make it like, so we would want it to be odd, so would it be easy to make a quick 15 by 15 grid? Oh, we can like shrink it to 9 by 9. If
So let's
it's
do 9 by 9 just
quicker.
for.
Just to simplify.
Is there any reason we should have them in, not a tree, but corners? Where if you're really just, everyone's kind of converging on the ancestor in the middle, abstractly.
It was an arbitrary choice to make it easy to figure out.
Yeah. But we don't have to.
I mean, if we were to iterate on the game, we could come up with something better than that.
Yeah.
Awesome. You?
Okay. Why use the prompt? What?
Thank you.
Oh, I really like cards. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't make a player token. I mean,
This, so we got 9. And then we're gonna go.
well, I didn't know you were there.
There's other ways to do this.
Copy, rotate, paste. Can you do that? No? Okay.
I could.
Do you like the more things?
I could have done that actually. I should do that.
I would tell you to pick up a random game right now.
Okay, got rid of that. Then I'm gonna copy that.
What is going to be your go-to? Like I
Oh
said,
shit.
Now I do. Okay. At least it worked that time.
Oh, it always really good. Taste layer. Pivot.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna have to add it myself.
You're not allowed to add.
okay. You have 2 names to the side.
We have a grid to look at, but
3 players.
Is it 9 by 9?
Does not matter. Okay.
All right.
So then mark the 4 corners.
Okay. I mean, we'll do
Do colors for players. So like a red, a blue, a green, and a yellow, I suppose. There we go. Boom. Okay. Ooh, are those
These are meeples, but I also have tiny cubes.
This is perfect for our polyomino.
Yeah, everything on my side is from my prototyping components. Let's just make sure it doesn't get mixed up with everything else. I'll keep an eye on it. Just don't like very small.
This would be perfect for polyominoes, right?
I mean, we could even like play with this, like
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
side, you know what I mean? Like,
Mark the center square as black.
okay. Well, okay. Center square of a 9 by 9
So
here.
there's 4 in. So the 5th one is.
Fifth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then
Mark
Yep.
Yep.
color.
Generally, the premise that I'm basing on random.
And then we can, if we wanted to have the sub ones, then I would say probably that square on each pair.
Okay, so
1 up and in between.
1 up.
Well, I don't know, that makes it only 2 from the main ancestor.
Yeah.
So maybe on the edge between the 2. So, well, that doesn't make it very interesting. Well, that's why it would need to be a bigger grid.
Well, we'll do
but
it. We'll see what works with this size grid. You could always
Yeah.
make it bigger.
we'll
to make
start
it
with
more
no sub parents. We'll just erase to the 1 parent for now.
Oh, we're not doing the sub parent right now.
Right, because I think you would need a bigger grid in order to make subs work.
It would be cool to have something you unlock when you attack. This.
Right, it's just that if we got to the subparent, we'd literally be 1 roll away from the end if you got the 2.
Yeah. There's only how many 2s on the roll die? I wrote it down.
Didn't you write it down on your...
I did on my other piece of paper, but let me see that. I think there's only like there's not very many 2s. Which makes it harder to come by. The 2s that are straight. You have the ones that are like.
Right, but you got the 7, which is the 2 by 2.
The 4, yeah, the 7.
And then all the L's you could put in there as well.
The 2, and the 5. I got 2. Okay. So I really need to make it bigger.
And the idea was that you had like 3 of these and you'd roll them together and you'd be able to put those things in some fashion. So, well, I mean, that's not
Well, if you rolled
necessary.
that, you would be able to make that shape, right? So, like, then you would be like, okay, I'm gonna put 1 here.
Well,
But can
use
they
the red for the red player.
Red player. So here.
And it has to be connected orthogonally to your existing
Yes,
shape.
like that. Like that. Can't do it. You wouldn't be able to do it here.
Right.
You could do it here. And then someone else would go.
And
So they have 2, and there's
the
green. Here's 2 green. So they might go.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Use the glue stick.
And then
And
someone
yellow.
else would go, and they got 4 smile shape. But you need to connect on both sides. I like having it connect on both sides before you can go to the middle. You'd have to connect with that green.
You have to connect with red and go up.
Like red and green, you have to connect here, and red and yellow, you have to connect.
So you have to connect with both sides.
Both sides before you get to make that
Okay,
little jump.
okay.
So then you're gonna want to try to move, like, do both at the same time.
Yeah, all right. Keep going.
You're being too literal.
Like, say they did this. Do. Okay, got it. And then red's going again. And then it's 3. So they might be like, I need to connect with that person, but I also need to connect with this one. So I will do this.
do like the D&D copyright infringement part where like
Already
you
tough
can't
choices.
use
Oh, just to try to map the route.
or you can't use Wizards of owns that terminology.
This we would ideally.
You can't use this town.
Right.
We'll do it this way to go for that.
But you can't leave.
So you have to roll for yellow first.
Oh, that's
Or
true.
green. You're rolling for green.
4. They have the 3, the L. There's a lot of L's. They want to connect. They're about to connect. But they can do this, this, and this. Now they've connected.
And so they're both racing to connect with the other person.
They're going to try to get there. But they can't do it till they connect here and here.
Right.
So, rolling, and then we have 7, which is a 4. And so he's going to do.
We're just going to finish this game real quick.
Yeah, we have to see who wins. Then we do 1.
It's not
Poor
a bad
blue.
sign.
Poor blue only gets 1. So he's going here. And then red is going to get 9, which is the first time we got a kitty corner one. But it needs to get over. They need to get over there, so they're going to go like, okay, I have to do the first one like that. I have to do the first one like that, but then I can do that one. And then 2 for green. And green is like, okay, I need to connect over here now. I'm going to go here and here.
Make it a little heavy.
Now, technically, green is connected and can.
But it's not green's
But yellow's
turn.
not. Yeah. So now it's yellow's turn, and they're 5. So they're gonna go here and here. Pretend this board is a lot bigger. That we're not just all essentially at Grandpa.
It has to be a lot bigger
Great
because
Grandpa.
one thing you can
Yeah.
do on your turn is take one of your colored glow sticks and because we got red, green, yellow, and blue, right?
Yeah. We each have one, and we can do something with it. I don't know what we do with it. But, flip the table.
Well, it seems like a reasonable thing to
Yeah.
use it to block a.
It'd have to be a really big board. 1. Blue keeps getting 1s, but guess what? Now they're connected. And now it's red's turn, and red is not, or they're not connected yet, are they? Yeah, they're not connected.
This is gonna have a really strong like first player advantage, but
Yeah.
who cares?
6 is going to be, well, but kind of, 6 now has to connect to blue, so they're going to have to go like this and this to connect to blue. And then it would be green, who's there, and basically they're there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I won.
I've seen that.
I don't know. There's something there.
I don't know. That was pretty close to a game.
Yeah. Or coming up with it in a short period of time. Now, if it's way bigger, and then now we really have to fight to get to the thing, but you can't go through something. It gets tight. It would be interesting to see what happens if this is way bigger and you've got an equal amount of squares here. Well, not here, but.
And
all time.
the thing is, if we were
And you
ever
can cut
to
people
like
off.
take this idea actually further, we wouldn't actually use these, but we'd have different kinds of shapes on there to make this more interesting.
Yeah.
But for the purpose of
Last
the
damn night, last night.
It's a die that yields polyominoes, which I've never
Sailors
seen.
together.
Normally, it's
You're my
a
navigator.
different way of yielding the.
And we lost. Where you headed to now?
I mean, it's super like not thematic. It is. To us in our head it is, but it's essentially just a
Yeah, it's deeply abstracted from the idea of a
very
family tree.
abstract version of what we started with.
But it accomplishes its.
But that's kind of the point. Is abstracting it is fine.
Yeah.
The only thing we're not using is the glow stick. Okay.
Well, if we had a bigger one, we could use them to create. That would really be fun.
I mean, in the loosest form of it, nobody said it had to be a mechanic, so you could just order it.
It's your.
Because it's a, cyberpunk dystopian game.
Yeah.
Why aren't you playing games with Amy? You said you were going to play games with Andy.
She's doing hard.
Don't make her not work. Don't make her play.
My understanding is they're just they're
He was working with us until you left her to be bored, and then he went over to help her not be bored. Plus, isn't he going to drive home soon?
Probably.
So what do you have happening? You're doing some cool stuff.
I'm just trying to put a lot of stuff together.
Looks like you're making more progress.
So I got family members,
Yeah.
and then I have incident cards,
Family of glowworms.
things that could happen like divorce, murder, runaway, natural death,
Yeah.
written out of the inheritance.
So you're trying to eliminate them to get the inheritance.
Yeah, like you'll be given like maybe 3 rolls, and then there's modifiers to whatever your roll is.
I like it.
And then like 100K will go like roll the D10 or whatever. 8K is on the line, one of them's got to die. Then you'll lose a roll out of your 3, and then you're trying to hold on to the
Definitely
last
not
roll.
addition, that's for sure.
Subtraction.
Yeah.
Let's see if it all comes together in enough time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said. I mean, it makes it cool looking.
That's what I was saying. Just use it to outline the board. It's the loosest connection. Oh,
I think we achieved it.
are you using that yellow one?
Oh no, go for it. Go for
Great.
it.
So blue player, green player, yellow player.
Is this yellow or is this green?
I don't know. Don't break it, and it will stay yellow.
It'll stay yellow because I think if we break it, it's green.
Right. So there we go. Although we probably want the yellow one on the yellow side, the red one over here.
The green one here.
There. No, this is the blue one.
Is that
It's just,
blue?
it used to be blue, but it's faded.
Oh wow, it's already faded.
Yeah.
That is the shortest one I've ever.
Well, it was clear before I broke it, and then it turned blue.
But only for a little
So
while.
if you do this, it's clearly blue.
Yeah. It's almost purple. Yeah.
But
Okay. We just made a game. You're the loosest, like.
And you really, I mean, we've got everything in here, huh?
right. So what we would do at this point, if you wanted to continue, would be to expand upon it.
Alright, Ben, you shut him out. Alright, first of all, is anyone already in the danger place?
Yeah, everyone's in the TV room. You shouldn't
Just steal one of these.
You can steal one of those, but
Thank you,
add
thank you.
Braille on the back.
We already had.
I haven't had dinner yet.
We did the electric kettle, which they give you in your room if you ask for it. With some hot water. Poured it into a cup of noodles, and that was our dinner. Nice little ramen. Hits the spot.
So you did too?
Oh, we went to the Italian restaurant downstairs. Or no, right over there.
I got takeout from there before. Like in one year. I've never eaten but I ate.
Dude, they're competing for the
So, okay.
They're trying to
control
whoever has the most control over vast
I'll play around with another idea.
They're not
that
adding.
is-
They're
I don't know if y'all played Jackbox Party Packs. They have a game called Devil's Roost.
Everybody's starting the same number.
No.
And it's about a family of devils that are constantly bickering with each other and trying to complete their chores on time. So it's a real-time timer, but there's a lot of like shenanigans on your phone that you have to resolve in order to do things like fix the broken pipe or whatever. I'll mess around with this. I mean, I'm not gonna commit to this now, but I think it'd be cool to where I mentioned that Colt Express style of action commands. People are holding items they need to do things, so tools, like hammer, screwdriver, whatever. And then they commit all of their actions in advance, but they're going to be bumping into each other when you resolve because you weren't able to completely plan with each other. And you're trying to cooperatively handle all the mishaps that happen in the house.
Because you need like the nails to
Exactly.
hammer the item.
Yeah, and there are ways if you're in the same room and you happen to be, nobody's left yet, you can possibly trade items. So it's like, here, Drew, since you've already committed to moving 2 more times this round, give me that thing now. I'll go handle whatever. And that's kind of the problem solving as a group. It's weak on glow sticks. I could just make glow sticks an item that people use. One of the tasks is you got a party in the room, and then the die might just be for events that happen at the top of the round.
So what I would suggest, what I would say is if she's gonna go eat dinner, and he's gonna run home.
Just for the theme.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
We can try and do as much of the one shot that we can do in the time.
Yeah.
If you're, because you can continue on your ideas.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not what I was thinking about right now. It's that. Let's see.
Kingdom business.
All right. Take care.
It was nice meeting you.
Dan started a successful business thing.
You got the what?
I have the energy for it. Y'all were the ones who were up for exhibiting.
Let's say one makes a movie.
Well,
And-
we're planning on being here till like 11:30.
Yeah.
11?
I would predict this one shot is 3 hours. So if we start like now, y'all will be here past 1. And I don't know if that's a good idea. And it's yes, we can. We absolutely. I've never done it, but we can start a one shot, stop a one shot, and then resume it later.
The only thing that I would say is she's never played the game and would love to take the opportunity to
Bro.
have to cut it and never play it again.
Okay.
I know that's like a half shot.
Half of the shot. It's not impossible to just like draw lines through some plot points and just like make it a fun.
Yeah, I think they have the speed pitching thing tomorrow, so I might be there. I think so. I've only play tested it 3 times, but hey, why not?
It does mean that.
Later.
Yes, I'll be here till Sunday. So we'll hang out, and if you need like another person to play games sometime, you're like, you're trying to fill a game. You're trying to find me.
We're constantly trying to fill a game.
Yeah.
At our booth.
Oh yeah. There you go. And my son will be here from college. He flies in tomorrow night, so I'll bring him to your booth and we'll play your game.
Awesome. You didn't get to play it, did
I
you?
haven't yet, so I want to. So when he gets here, we'll do it Saturday.
Awesome.
I honestly don't know if I like it. The texture.
Did it just come out? Or you got it? Or
This is the screen projector that I got that I put on today.
I thought you meant.
Oh, is that the thing?
Yeah, it's the interesting. Yeah, I haven't like actually done something with it, and so I've only scribbled.
It has a
Now,
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
it
so.
drop then.
More or less wrap. But some ideas for work.
Oh, okay.
So.
I take the standard.
So what is that? If we were to I said.
Hold on, Jordan like just left.
Oh, when he had stayed, he was gonna play.
Maybe he said he was gonna stay as long as I
He did say that.
like.
Dude likes D&D. I'd love for
Now,
him to be
if
involved.
it's literally going to be like 3 or 4 hours,
So what I-
maybe he would not want.
Well, let me back up. I said probably 3 hours. Since they were shooting for like an 11:30 cutoff. The question was, can we do it and stop early? Can we do it and have it be a shorter session? It's like, yeah, we can. So let's go. No time like the present.
So about 11:30, should we call Jordan?
Yep.
I almost want it to be a programming game where all of the 6 people who are going to run our day are programs. So they're going to do this, if not this, then this, if not this, then this. Okay. And then they're, and then, so we're in general.
Hey, Nathan here.
Like, wait, I know, that's actually how I.
Some things just changed, and Annie told me that you might be interested. Even though if we were to start a one shot right now, it would be shorter than we originally planned, so we'd go from like 3 hours to like down closer to 2. I think we'd still want to do it. So we were going to set up imminently at a table and do a one shot. We'd love for you to be a part of that. I'm so sorry that I made you walk. I hope the exercise was refreshing.
They are going to seek out Uncle Ben until they get to Uncle Ben, and that's going to remove from the whole.
Okay, cool. If you want to come back to the UnPub room, we'll probably just pick our stuff and walk to another room.
Oh. No, he didn't.
Okay, cool. Then we will see you soon. Bye.
Man, I didn't get any done yet.
Is this the card prototyping stuff?
Yeah. I'm
gonna tell you.
naming it Speed Prototype.
We are delivering them.
I like it when Brody speaks.
But if they ever
Do you want to name our
then they're going to
game?
do
Sploot
Yes.
Games, and it's just it's like the chords you play.
Yes.
Except it's just a doodle.
Yes.
Splooting.
Yes.
I'm not sure that's my brand, but
My brand?
but I can concede.
Doodle Sploot.
Doodle Sploot. It would be memorable.
But the name of my prototyping app can be changed later. I just needed something for it.
You know where the Meatball Cafe is?
Doodle Sploot.
It's right across the road.
So,
Cool. Let me grab my components.
I didn't even finish adding authentication.
Wait, why would you need authentication?
No, like adding authentication for it so that you can like log in.
These are not mine. These are mine.
I don't know that I dislike it. It's just different. Like,
Yeah, maybe I gotta draw some.
I think you just have to play around with it for a while. I think it could be kind of cool.
So.
The texture is really nice.
He's going to be back because he's at least going to want to look at stuff because that's kind of his. Yeah, he's like,
Well, I know there's supposed to be a recap.
yeah, but I don't think that's like. They just need to put
Okay, we have called Jordan. He's on the way back. We're gonna go do it. We're gonna go and set up and start immediately and just get as far as we can. There's a convenient way for me to shorten the runtime, so I think we can actually kind of do it. Okay. And all it means is we need a table.
Okay.
I think I have an idea for
So
one.
I think it's.
It is in a location.
Okay. And he's
That
a
is a
scout.
good place for things.
People are heading out of town.
Unless you want to
I
do
mean, they play
things
games,
outside of the
I
material
know that
plane.
I'm going to want to get out of town.
It's more about a
I
time.
mean, the astral plane's kind of cool.
You have to be in a state of mind. Okay. Go X.
You've already played everything. We're doing a pitch meeting with
Neither
Amigo
one
later
of us have
tonight.
ever played the game before. We're barely at the guarantee this is going to
I
be
think you have to draw it for like a week and then like kind of reassess everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of the texture is kind of nice.
I think you're right.
And then you don't have to put up all these like shiny like. I don't know if yours does that with the cover.
Yes, it does. I'm
Constantly
actually.
wiping it.
So oh my gosh, he's back in the flesh. Okay. Here's your one
I'm actually
pre-work.
reading my screen and
You're still playing.
Oh yeah, like I'm like that.
Everyone will be playing.
Okay.
So when I
I love
read
it.
my screen,
Literally in the area.
She doesn't know lingo.
I don't.
That you have studied for years of this one. You are the expert in
about
your
like
field of study. What kind of setting is this?
I'm not necessarily lost.
Okay, but it doesn't have to be super serious. It can be. And I have veto power, but generally I'll be flexible. That's the only thing that you should be thinking about. Other than the stuff I said earlier, like, you know, you want to use it.
But can you tell now? Barely. You know there, so. Oh well, look what I did.
Okay, let's do it. Annie, we gotta set up the basics.
I didn't have a screen protector. I've never in my life had a screen protector, and so then I put a screen protector. And people are like, "How do you do it?"
The gifts that I gave to
There are some, it's not.
A nice gaming.
You've got a cool thing here. I like that you're using hex tiles to represent the family members so they can like connect together or something.
Because the early ones
That
were so
I mean, that
bad.
is a good idea. The connecting. I didn't even really think about the connecting, but yeah.
And maybe it's like it's instead of certain roles like mom, dad, whatever, it could be just names, and then if they're up, they're a generation older. If they're down, they're a generation younger. And if they're side to side, they're like siblings or whatever. That could be interesting too. But
All types of stuff. Are y'all gonna ever mess with this again? Y'all think?
maybe I penciled down a separate idea that I might work on, other than the one that Heather and Jamie were working on. But this is fun. And Marcus, it was good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're up to.
Nathan.
Awesome. We'll be around, but enjoy the con.
Y'all be here like today, Saturday, all of it, so tomorrow, Saturday?
We have a room, so we're going to be here all tomorrow, all of Sunday. So
Sweet.
Or all of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So
all right, hope to see your stuff. All right, later. Thank you, too. Y'all cut up all type of triangles, man. What y'all got?
See, they found all the connectors for the glow sticks.
We didn't even know what these actually were for. I was just like, this is a cool shape. This is interesting. I thought it was the packaging thing.
But it's like this.
We're willing to share.
We're already past.
Oh, wow.
Well, my guy. Oh no, we kind of gave up on looking for these things. Really, we just found some duct tape. Yeah, just a few.
There were a couple of the things of them. There were more of them.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I didn't know what they were. Sorry.
My partner went for the rest, but I'm not sure.
Hello.
Hey. Got something good over here?
No. But we can tell you about it.
Why not? Let's do it.
It appears to function, although we don't know what any of the numbers should be or if it will ever be fun.
So we are, it's a family restaurant.
Okay.
And we are each a different generation. So it plays, right now, just 3 players. So you have your youngest generation, like the teenagers, then the parents, then the grandparents.
Young adults.
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah. And so you're running this family restaurant together. And you're taking actions, so like worker placement, taking actions, trying to keep the business afloat. And then at the end of, so a round, let's say, is 3 turns. At the end of a round, all the generations get older, the grandparents retire, and there's a new youngest generation.
And so the player who was the oldest generation becomes the youngest generation and loses all their skills.
And so there's some, like, it's cooperative, so as a family unit and as a restaurant, you maintain your wealth, but then the skills that each specific generation and each specific person has.
Is this where all the
will-
connectors went?
Oh,
sorry.
all of them?
We didn't take all of them.
There were none.
Oh, for the glow sticks?
Oh.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
So yeah, so like the youngest generation will maintain their skills as they get older, and so it makes more sense for the youngest generation to invest in skills where the older generation may kind of just fill in the gaps wherever because they're going to retire soon.
Okay. No. And so you both have a hat on, so you get +1 to your cooking skill. And
I retire.
yep, you lose all your skills. Or I guess you get
All, like,
1.
none
Yeah. Okay.
skills.
And I'm trying to figure out what the upkeep amount should be. Based off of how much money you made that turn, despite this, I feel like it's 5.
Yeah, sure. So if you run out of money, you lose. Otherwise, maybe you play 3 full rounds and you win. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
So this time, you know, the family dynamic has changed. You have a family issue. Technology is hard. The grandparent fixing skills decreased by 2.
Okay, so grandparents can't fix things anymore.
Okay.
It's just not
That's
possible.
an easy one.
It's very
okay.
realistic.
And I think you're gonna I think the way we're gonna do this is rather than draw 2 up front, you're gonna draw 1 now and 1 after the second action. Maybe after the first action. The first
One
one.
each round.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'll shuffle and draw a different one.
All right. I'll talk to you in a minute.
I don't know what George's is doing.
Y'all came with something good? Y'all made something good?
We made something.
Made something.
Like I said, we have a pitch meeting later tonight.
It's a lot more of a story than a game.
More of a story.
It's a story where the game informs the story and the story.
Well, that is a combination of theme and function.
Okay, so it's a family Thanksgiving party. You're trying to both cook the food and manage the people at the party.
Right. Everyone has a different role, so they want to do different things.
And they are unwittingly trying to destroy this party.
Right.
Go places they shouldn't go, do things they shouldn't do. You're trying to both stop them and make the party run well.
So you're like, for instance, you want to, but there are also items that you're that are hidden throughout the house that you got to get to the right spot. Like the toilet paper, you need to make it to the bathroom.
Okay.
But and Gertrude, you have to make sure doesn't wander away from the bathroom, because if she's 2 spaces away from the bathroom, we got a problem.
Okay.
We want to make sure that Edwin, the Republican, doesn't make it to the TV room, because he's going to turn on Fox News, and we don't want that shit.
Nah.
Ben can't be in the kitchen. He knows why.
Yeah, he's going to eat the food, and then so we're trying to prevent these rolls. If we were going to take this farther, probably I was thinking that might be like an AI, and they would do these bad things, or want to do these bad things unless you distracted them. So you'd be trying to give them missions where, oh, have you talked to Gertrude about this? And that would take priority over his other thing. So he'd start wandering towards Gertrude on his turn instead of wandering towards the bad thing.
Interesting.
And the goal is to not have a disaster and get all the stuff in the right spot before it goes. And you flip the action deck, and that's who moves. There's Terry, there's Terrence, because they haven't decided exactly where they're going to end up.
Oh,
And so they are. Sometimes it's Terry, sometimes it's Terrence, and it's the whole thing.
You get 2 turns.
I got non-binary in mind too.
Right.
Man, looks good. Looks good. Keep it up.
I don't know if it's good. I'm pretty sure it isn't.
I assure you it is not good, but it is interesting. This was called a double 6 die. It's just a D6, but it's got each face on there twice.
Yeah, never seen one of these. D12, but just looks weird. Why 2? Why? Well, I guess like 1 through 6, but why though?
It rolls better than a cube.
Okay.
Theoretically.
Well, it rolls more. You get the idea it might be slightly more random in its action. It's not any more random in its usage.
Yeah, let me get back to mine.
Alright, let's see if I won.
These sugars open now?
The date, yeah, aren't they doing the bundle thing? Every year they send out emails. Yeah, look at it. See, it has everybody's name who's registered, and, well, it doesn't have everybody's name, but everyone's name is listed in the raffle drawing, and they send out emails. And if your name is picked, then you get a bundle of games. Years ago, they used to do a giveaway with a big due on Saturday night, and but when COVID happened, they flipped it over to maybe even before that. They flipped it over.
Maybe cards or some kind of a board that you're moving around on to.
Thank you.
To make those things interact. You know what I mean? Like there needs to be.
I would think. But there might be a big pile of games from 2 years ago that you didn't even know existed.
Definitely designers. You're that far.
Y'all got something nice?
I don't know about that, but it's and this
Something.
totally might work.
So I got these family rolls, about 20 of them, and then like, you know, granddad, dad, grandson, son, granddaughter, daughter, grandma, mom, cousin, girl, cousin, non-binary. Then there's like $100,000. I don't know. Yeah, there's like $100,000 inheritance. You'll roll the D12.
Like 3.
11,000 of inheritances up, but somebody's got to die. So somebody's trying to make it with all of the inheritance at the end of the game. You'll be dealt like 3 rolls, and then you're trying to be the last to get all the inheritance or something like that.
That's awesome. Yes. That was cool. It's in there. All right.
So it's not because like I feel like if we're
The
gonna
braille patterns are so interesting.
yeah, if we're gonna have braille dice, it can't just be dice.
No. No, I love that. That's awesome.
So it's going to be
So it's always going to be two of them.
Yeah.
But we, like, as you roll it, it's two different areas each time that you're influencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
So, for example, and maybe there's a second die which tells you which two are going to be influenced. So that in this case, we could
I wonder if there's a
get
color
this.
die over there.
There's a bunch with like varied faces. Well, not braille like that.
No, but we're using the braille die, but I'm just wondering if we can incorporate a color die into it as well. That would help us figure those things.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Like some obscure bunch right there.
Yeah. The advisory we kept. I've been just. I'm gonna.
Oh, he bought it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Basically facilitates all the
After you guys are done with this game, this is the UnPub room, so really this is not the place to play the game. I know we had these little tables and the game jam. Oh, they just UnPub room? It was just recently, but it was, oh, then that's fine, ignore me.
Oh, it's just a very.
This is an expansion. Yeah, if it's prototype, then never mind.
I know I've played a lot of good games, but it's
Sorry.
Sorry.
So,
You're doing your job.
Yeah.
Okay, should we try playing it? Sure. Okay, I'm gonna try and get some seeds that are different. Something we can use as seeds and beads for the other color, because we can't grow purple, but we can grow the other three, and I think that's the only other thing that we need.
Yeah.
So like I like getting stuff.
I need to get another gold card.
I was like on my way to my work, because he's like, I went to a little final color designers or something. I don't know designers because like,
so you could have a bunch of pipes out one room, and by fixing, you like take it.